For those chasing a bush getaway, the idealised image of country life is of a laid-back, simpler existence, communing with nature and dialling back the stress. It might work out that way for some, but not if your plan is to take on a very stern and cavernous old building, a beloved icon at the heart of a tight-knit country town, and transform it from a place of worship and refuge into a cosy family home and fashionable function centre. It's sure to be life-changing, but in unexpected ways. I'm Anthony Burke, a professor of architecture,
Brilliant.
passionate about buildings of the past
This is incredibly impressive.
and what they can tell us about better ways to live in the future. This is very confronting. It's a ruin. It is. Join me as I travel the country, meeting homeowners embarking on the challenge of a lifetime. Restoring homes from the 1800s to the swinging 60s. Looking to balance our rich cultural heritage with life in modern Australia. Surrey Hills, on the southern edge of Sydney's CBD, is a busy network of narrow streets and laneways, cool cafes, snazzy bars, and compact urban living. It can be gritty in parts and elegant in others. It is, after all, Sydney's fashion heartland. The rag trade has been buzzing here for more than a century, and Rachel Hunt is right in the thick of it.
We were leaning towards the greens, but the pinks, obviously hot pink's been selling really well.
Yeah, I feel like this is nice.
Yeah.
Rachel is the fabric manager for a major Australian fashion brand.
We've got these options.
Poring over swatches and bolts of high-end material, helping to put together standout seasonal style.
It is a fun job. I get to travel, so we go to Europe to visit the mills and source fabrics. So I've been to Italy and Paris and London and all over. So I'm pretty lucky to be able to travel as part of my job. And I always use a lot of buttercream.
When she's not shopping for a living, she's baking for a cause.
There's lovely charities that make cakes for sick kids, so I've started doing that, which is really fun.
Rachel's a small-scale cake maker, often popping out cupcakes and delectable goodies for fundraisers and charitable events.
Making anything look pretty at the end is, I think, the fun part.
But inside this pocket-sized, relentlessly creative urban stylista is a country girl, dreaming of horses and farmyard creatures on a simple slice of rural peace and quiet.
My vision was maybe 100 acres, just me out in the country with a cottage. I thought I'll get a pony, maybe eventually some Highland cows because they look really cute. Some chickens, you know, have my own eggs, have a little country life. And now I've got a convent.
She's got a what? Yep, you heard it right. A convent.
The whole time it just felt totally normal to be buying a convent. Nothing about it felt odd. It just felt like, all right, this is just happening, that's it.
Sorry, how did someone who buys very purposefully and particularly for a living set off to buy a farm with chook runs and horseback trails and end up buying an enormous nunnery in the middle of a town called Boorowa, 90 minutes north of Canberra?
One day at work, one of my friends came up and said, I found the convent in Boorowa's for sale. And I said, what? What convent? What is that? And I brought Mum and Dad down and we had a look. We came down to Boorowa for the day and they loved it. And eventually everyone else did too. It was very different to what I wanted, but I fell in love with more the history of it and what it can be. So yeah, I bought it in the end for $625,000. Now everyone's talked me into buying it. They have to actually be here and help me fix it.
The can-do squad, family and friends, has already been pressed into service, ripping up old carpets and paving the way for the changes she has in mind. Rachel wants to turn the old convent into a hybrid country home and function centre. Weddings, parties, anything. not sure the nuns would approve, but the convent might. The adaptive reuse of old buildings is often the only way they can be rescued from a deteriorating spiral.
Everyone that's been helping, they're all pretty handy. Like, all my friends are creatives, so art directors, photographers, graphic designers, things like that. So they're helping with the pretty side of everything. But in terms of practical sides, I've got a lot of uncles that are all handymen that are just, you know, good at general jobs. And for the big tasks, so electricity, plumbing, I've got actual trades. I'm really lucky. It's a gorgeous building and it's going to be amazing when I'm finished with it.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Anthony.
How are you?
Good, welcome.
Thank you very much. This is so impressive.
It's big, yeah, especially compared to me.
It's giant for you. It's big for anybody. This is brilliant. So we're actually in the Catholic triangle, really, aren't we?
Yes.
The convent, the school, and St. Patrick's over there, which is
Yep.
beautiful.
Yes, it's a lovely church. We have the same fence, so I'm thinking we were done around the same time. First stone laid in 1884,
Yep.
and then opened in 1885. So this was the Sisters of Mercy Convent for St. Joseph's School. So
Yeah.
the nuns lived here and taught at the school.
So it's a really important building in the town.
I think so, yeah. Hopefully I can do it justice.
Oh, I'm sure, I'm sure.
I think everyone's just excited that someone's finally taken it on and is going to look after it and
Yeah.
bring it back to life.
Brilliant. There's so
Easy.
many different styles going on in here too. It looks like it's had maybe a bit of a confused architectural history.
Bits and pieces. It's a bit Victorian, a bit Gothic, and
Yeah.
there's lots of faux finishes that sort of relate to the arts and crafts era. And the veranda that you see, the big brick veranda, was added in 1938. I'd love to knock the veranda down and
Yep.
put the old Victorian one back on, but that's not going to happen.
Right.
Budget-wise and heritage listing constraints.
Okay.
So we're not even in the front door, and budget constraints are already dramatically shaping what's doable and undoable. This enormous building looks like it could gobble up a huge bundle of money without even trying.
It's massive.
I know, welcome. Ring-a-ding.
Fantastic. Well, the whole place feels so overscaled, of course.
Yes, it's huge in here. Very tall ceilings,
Yeah.
16 foot, I think.
We're already looking up to God.
We are, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. When you imagine the tiny little nuns running around, it feels even bigger.
It does, right?
And when we took down all the wallpaper in here, we've realised that was where the original font was for holy water.
Every house needs a font.
It does, yes. Yes, praise be.
As you might suspect, the scale and volume inside is dramatic from the get-go.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
And when you've got well over a dozen rooms to account for, you can either number them or name them.
This is what I'm calling my Waratah room.
Oh, nice.
I'm lucky enough to have this gorgeous pattern still all intact in my ceiling.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Are you sure this is the original ceiling?
It looks at a bit.
It looks it, but I mean, those Waratahs up there, it's very early if this is 1885.
Yes.
To have Australian flora,
Yeah.
you know, in the plasterwork to that level of detail and commitment. That sort of came in a bit more like Federation about 20 years later.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's really beautiful.
yeah,
So well done.
yeah. I'm just glad it's not falling down.
The timber work is extensive, and so is what's known as faux bois. It's a paint finish imitating wood and its grain, and it's everywhere.
I feel like if they had it from the beginning, it would have been done in a much more careful way.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to get rid of it.
It was obviously done for a reason.
Yes.
Maybe to cover up all those disparate types of timbers and things that looked
Yeah.
a bit hodgepodge.
Yes.
So it was a uniting type of
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
So by getting rid of it, well, let's see.
A quick beeline upstairs takes us through an array of eras.
Bit of arts and crafts.
Yep.
In there.
Bit of everything.
Well, there's something for everyone, that's for sure.
To an array of what were originally large bedrooms cleaved into smaller sleeping spaces.
So this is where the nuns slept, their quarters. Each room had a tiny little wardrobe built into the corner for just their few possessions.
Yes.
But they got ripped out straight away.
Right, gone.
Gone.
Uh-huh.
What was once an open veranda with sweeping district views was closed and commandeered for yet more nun space.
At the moment it's that mottled glass,
Yep.
but I would like it to be clear because behind here looks over across Boorowa River
Okay.
and out onto farmland. So it's quite a nice little view. So ideally we want to be able to look out there.
But the most striking view from up here on the second floor is available from the convent's quirkiest room.
That's a magic view right there,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's amazing.
Beautiful. You know, the weirdest room in the house has the best view.
Yes, it does.
That's beautiful.
From on high, the remarkable little chapel. And from back down on the ground floor,
Here's the party chapel.
Wow. Oh, my Lord.
it's all about the glorious ceiling and the space it crowns.
This is incredible.
Yeah, hallelujah.
No, really, this is so spectacular. What an amazing space to have, and it's your...
It's all mine,
Chapel.
my chapel. Yep.
With all this dizzying headroom here, the challenge for Rachel will be to keep her head out of the clouds and her feet planted firmly on the ground. What's the most practical, possible and affordable way to turn this enormous building into a comfy, stylish home? Well, a big, unavoidable chore lies down below. The convent has subsidence in a key corner of its lunking footprint, and that will mean excavation, lifting and underpinning. Sounds expensive. Inside, on the ground floor, Rachel's planning a kitchen makeover that will include a butler's pantry. There'll be some repurposing of spaces with a sitting room and a dining room out front, and some internal wall reconfigurations that will help with flow, particularly through to the chapel, which will await its fate until stage 2, somewhere down the track, along with some other rooms down here. Upstairs, the warren of bedrooms created to accommodate Boorowa's one-time nun boom will be decluttered into more substantial bedroom spaces. There'll be a study and a major revamp of the ablution areas into a modern bathroom, powder room and separate toilet. New windows will take advantage of the view from the sunroom. So, relatively modest ambitions for this grand structure, but who knows what tricks and tripwires lurk in its deepest, darkest spaces.
This is quite an undertaking.
Yeah. 2 floors, 8 rooms, 2 reception rooms, a kitchen, diner and 1 chapel.
And one Rachel.
And 1 Rachel.
Okay.
I'm pretty solid though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What a-
love getting in here and doing everything. It's great.
Yeah. The other thing, I guess, is that you're relying a lot on the team.
Yes, yes.
And how confident are we about your father, your brother-in-law, your friends, your mum?
Everyone's loved being here so far. We've camped out, we've ripped out carpets, we've started, filling and chipping off plaster, and it's fun for everyone. And everyone's been excited to be a part of it so far.
I think you're setting yourself up for a really interesting challenge
Yes.
because it's your home to a degree,
Yeah.
but it's also a venue,
Yes.
which brings with it all sorts of different kind of issues and constraints and,
Yeah.
requirements, etc.
Yeah.
Have you thought much about that? Things like, universal access, for example. Have you thought about things like fire code?
At the moment, we're focusing on it just being a residence.
Yep.
And with making sure that we allow time and space for those things once it potentially becomes a commercial property.
Okay. So we have to think of this really in a few stages, don't
Yes,
we?
yep.
And how long is it going to take for you to finish in your terms? Phase 1.
Definitely by April next year. That's my birthday, and that's when ideally I'd like to have the first big party down here.
Okay, so we're sort of 10 months
10
away.
months, yeah.
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 What's your budget like?
I've got about 200,000 to renovate it and fix
Yeah.
it up.
So 200,000, that's it. Phase 1, done.
Phase 1 done, then we'll regroup and see what needs to be done after that.
Right. Well, I'm incredibly impressed with the aspiration for the place and also the way that you've involved your family as the team.
Yes.
I do think you want to get those commitments on paper
Get it signed, yeah.
because it is enormous. That's my one real concern is,
Yes.
it's just a lot of acreage,
Yeah.
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 I can't wait to see what you're going to do with it though.
I can't wait to show you.
Brilliant. There's no doubting Rachel's eye for style and detail.
A successful career in the rag trade is testament to that. But helping to develop fashion ranges and stay ahead of trends and capture the latest look is one thing. Remodelling a giant 19th century country convent is another. You're not going to see this dour face on the cover of a glossy fashion mag. The budget is tiny, the country-city divide is vast. This is a huge test, and it's going to be fascinating to watch.
It's the biggest time of the year, bar none, when the little town of Boorowa goes boom. What started out a couple of decades ago as a week-long festival of fleece is now jam-packed into a weekend Woolapalooza, a celebration of sheep called Woolfest. Irish Woolfest, actually, in a nod to Boorowa's foundational links.
First Woolfest here in Boorowa. It was so much fun. It's such a good vibe. Everyone's so happy. There's music. Everyone's having a great time. It's like lots of country people out for the day, just enjoying the town. It's so nice.
The population just about doubles for the music and dancing and the country tucker. And when the parades of tractors and locals finally pass by, it's time for the headline act.
Hey, here they come!
Boorowa's ovine answer to the running of the bulls.
Who's gonna win?
The running of the sheep.
The sheep are so fast. It's like blink and you miss it. But it's been such a great day. There's so many great people from the community out, and it's just lovely to meet everyone. Everyone's so happy to have a yarn and tell you their stories. It's great. I love it.
And among the crowds jamming the little town, plenty of locals keen to know what's going on with the other big show in town, the restoration of the convent.
I will have it as a venue eventually, but I'm going to fix it up, make it all nice. So
how many rooms?
Oh, it'll be about five when I finish, because there's sort of 7 or 8 now, but they're all tiny little rooms because the nuns just had little. Would have been very cold in there, cold and miserable, I reckon.
Hey, Rach. Have tools, we'll travel.
It's not just Woolfest that can pull a crowd.
Hello.
Hey, sweetheart.
Thanks for coming.
Hi, darling.
Rachel's mustered a bunch of family and friends to crack on with some of the knockabout jobs at the convent, in what she hopes is a regular series of working bees.
Hello.
How you going?
Thank you.
For a bunch of relative amateurs, the bee gets buzzing pretty effectively.
Good thing I'm not scared of heights. It's probably my first time up the ladder.
Rachel's mum, Robin, is designated wall sander.
I love sanding and painting anything. It's not in any of us to waste time with a long-term project. We're keen to get it finished.
Family friend Alison is chief door stripper.
It's actually fun, it's interesting, and Rachel is very switched on with what she wants. And I trust every decision she makes. But as long as she needs us, we will come down. Rachel just lets us know, and we come down.
There, all the way.
All the way, thank you.
Alison's husband Malcolm, Rachel's dad Ian, and her tradie brother-in-law Darren are Team Staircase.
Darren is very meticulous in his work, and he also enjoys it. It's hard to keep him away from being down here.
They're carefully dismantling the balusters so they can be re-engineered and reinstalled.
What we're going to do is retain the original cut through the centre here, these top and bottom sections, cutting off here and here, will be increased in length and chamfered to match the new height to be compliant with current standards.
This crew looks pretty dedicated. It's such an asset to have helpful, reliable volunteers on what is such a daunting project, especially with that comparatively tiny budget.
Rachel today is very much like Rachel as a 5-year-old. When she was little, she wouldn't keep still, and now it's fully bloomed into this girl that does a lot of great stuff. She'll start something and finish it perfectly. I love her to bits. She's a beautiful girl.
I'm just going to hurry right in.
It might be a grand building from the outside, but inside, over time, this nunnery became a maze of cluttered, modest accommodation, quiet, contemplative corners, and inexplicable cul-de-sacs. Rachel wants to get some flow going.
This part of the stairwell isn't original, and the landing is actually not up to height code. So when you walk up the stairs, you feel like you're going to hit your head, even for me, who's quite short. So I've decided to take it out. So we'll basically cut from here. So this will all be open space, and we'll come back to here, and this will be angled back this way. So it'll create a nice little alcove here. So the idea is it'll let lots of light out onto the stairwell, and through this room, we're going to knock through a window to create a walkway through to the bathroom. So yeah, it should look nice. Wow! This was the original back wall of the house. We've now uncovered the original brick archway that would have been the original window before this was done. So it's just pretty cool to see it. Yeah.
Yep, we're going.
Give it a belt.
Rachel's posse of volunteers isn't afraid to crash through or crash. Bursting through this windowed wall will create a new thoroughfare, redirecting traffic from the suite of enlarged bedrooms through to the soon-to-be renovated and expanded bathroom area.
Straight down.
Preserving useful period pieces in demolition is trickier than it looks.
There you go.
Alrighty.
This working bee has boasted some solid achievements, with at least one dramatic breakthrough, and a lovely old window emerges unbroken and available for service somewhere else. As loyal and committed as they are, there are some tasks here that are well and truly beyond the elbow grease and best intentions of Rachel's posse of family and mates. Summoning a sulking corner of the convent up out of its droop and back on a level footing is definitely one for the pros.
You know, obviously there's been subsidence.
Operations Manager Jamie is leading the lift.
15 mil, that corner's down 15 mil. And normally we lift to what the building can take, but we'll be targeting what the structure allows us to get without doing any more damage. Now, obviously, we've got cracks. We don't really want to sit there and emphasise on the cracks. The main priority is stabilisation, but again, this is all dependent on how the building reacts to what we're actually doing.
Jamie and the team will be using a novel technique to correct the convent's posture. They'll be drilling under the foundations and injecting a self-inflating structural resin to puff up the sagging corner millimetre by careful millimetre.
It's essentially like putting a balloon in the ground and blowing that balloon up. The material that we're pumping in expands 30 times its liquid state. And what we do is we start off very shallow, directly underneath the foundation. So when we're injecting and we're trying to contain the point of lift, we're just giving it short shots. Short shots, you know, for the material to expand and do its thing.
As the team readies for liftoff, now's the time for the old convent to confess any secrets that might affect this delicate and potentially dangerous exercise. And, like the good Catholic it is, it does.
Ooh, okay.
It wouldn't be the convent if there wasn't some drama. We've just found like a bit of a cavity beneath what's going to be the butler's pantry. So looks like it was a cellar, maybe a wine cellar or something back in the day, but it's messing with the area that they need to inject the resin into. So we're just problem solving now, and we'll figure out what to do.
Yeah, that's
See that wall there? That's the same common foundation.
Hail Mary.
The team runs through some test drills to recalculate the location and depth of the injection sites.
Oops, sorry.
And it's on.
Steve, good to go again?
I'm happy. I'll be even happier once we've got this up.
You're good to go.
Injecting.
Laser monitors log the progress of the lift.
Keep them short like that.
But the secret cellar isn't making things easy. The different components of this key corner of the convent refuse to lift in unison.
You can see what it's doing. It's pushing and putting pressure on a single course of brick. But if we carry on pushing, that falls and collapses. Then, you know, like you've now got your foundation exposed.
Yeah. Okay.
We can go down a little bit deeper. I'll go down 2 metres. We'll just sit there and monitor it and see how we go.
Yeah.
Good to go, Steve-o?
Yeah, good to go.
The team carefully perseveres.
We don't want any movement on that wall again, so that's why we've gone down below the bottom of it, so that we're hoping that everything comes up evenly. We don't want any pressure behind that wall.
Injector, Steve-o?
Yeah, copy that. Already.
2 more mil, Will, if we can get without moving. The nice short shots.
On 11.5.
We're going to give it another 2 to 3 mil. That there will then put that there at plus 13 mil high out of the 15 mil. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
13.5.
That'll do you, mate. Stop there. All good down there, Steve-o?
Yeah, all good. No more movement.
We maybe weren't able to do as much as we wanted with the injections, but they've got it at a really good point. The back wall's stable, and that was my main aim in this, was to make sure that the corner didn't fall any further. So yeah, really pleased with today. All steam ahead from here. It's great, with a free wine cellar.
With the superstructure straightened and sturdy, the way is now clear for another team of specialised tradies to tap in and get to it.
The guys are busy upstairs, the carpenters here, and they're finishing framing out all of the ceilings and walls, basically, so that we can have new gyp rock. We'll have beautiful walls and ceilings when they're finished.
The window frames in the convent's lofted sunroom were well and truly beyond repair. A suite of new windows have gone in double quick time, with clear glass to make the most of those sweeping district views. Rachel's determined to give the old glass new purpose.
It's that lovely modelled cathedral glass, and all original, but hopefully we'll find a place for it.
Reusing as many original fixtures as possible is a policy that's proving very handy.
We had a window that was in the original stairwell, just a quirky little put together kind of frame, and we kept the window in case we could use it. And sure enough, in the laundry where there's been a frame that was rotted, where we were trying to just replace the glass, but the window's too rotted to repair, and the carpenters have just suggested that window will fit, or they can make it fit with a bit of creative carpentry. So they're just installing it now, which is great.
The convent, the school and St Patrick's Church are an emphatic presence in Boorowa, and they represent the Irish and Catholic stamp of authority and influence from colonial times. This is First Nations Wiradjuri country, but after a couple of freed Irish convicts successfully applied their farming backgrounds here in the early 19th century, scores of Irish immigrants followed and Boorowa took shape. Rachel's travelled an hour and a half south to Canberra to find out more about the history of her convent and life within it.
This is the gear.
Oh, yes. Yes, I have a few pictures of the sisters dressed like this outside the convent.
Yes, right.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Mary and I both wore that for a very short time before,
Yes.
thank you to God, we were liberated.
And then you could have pants.
Yes.
Now retired and resident in the National Capital, Sisters of Mercy nuns Frances and Mary know the story of the Boorowa Convent very well.
So St Joseph's was only ever a small school.
Yes, it still is.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
still small.
Oh, here it
here's
is,
the
here it
map.
is. Here's Boorowa. We're
Looking
talking
at
about 1882 they went to Boorowa.
1882. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
But your house wasn't ready for them
No,
until
I did read that.
1884.
Yes. Yes.
Sister Frances is a keen student of Catholic development in the region, and Sister Mary spent 2 years' service at the Boorowa Convent.
Well, Boorowa was a very Catholic town, like
Yes.
very Irish
Yes.
families, so they
Yes.
called it Little Ireland.
Yeah, wow.
In 1880, changes to the way government-funded education spurred the Catholic Church to build its own schools, and the Sisters of Mercy fanned out through the countryside to staff them and teach in them.
They came to Boorowa because the Catholic community in Boorowa asked them to come.
Yes,
They
okay.
wanted teachers to teach in the school. Their school was floundering
Yes.
because there was no money.
So I have here an old map of the grounds, sort of the land, but you know a bit more about this than I do.
Yeah, so the land for the convent was donated to the parish
Yes.
by John Nagle Ryan.
This John Ryan was prominent among so many other John Ryans at the time that local history records mail calls at the post office used to erupt in fights amongst John Ryans waiting for news from Ireland. Unsurprisingly, benefactor John Ryan was among the dignitaries when the Sisters of Mercy Convent was blessed and formally opened in 1885.
Lots of people ask me if it's cold in the house and what it's like, is it spooky? And I often wonder what it was like living there.
Well, I was there in 1970. We'd be up early of a morning to pray, then go to Mass and then go to breakfast and then head off to the playground to do playground duty or be ready for school at the normal hour.
You would have had always something to do, like mend your clothes or embroidery or some kind of
I
lace
did find
making.
lots of needles and buttons in all
Yes.
the floorboards,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And then Sunday was Mass.
Yeah.
And then what we call visitations.
Yeah.
We went in pairs to visit people in distress, like somewhere where there'd been a bereavement or someone who was ill.
Yeah.
It was a way of really inserting ourselves into the life of the community.
Taking their ministry out to the people set the Sisters of Mercy apart from cloistered congregations. They were called the walking nuns. Walking in pairs was a rule established by the order's founder, Irish sister Catherine Macaulay. Time rolled on, church priorities changed, and the nuns moved out of the Boorowa Convent around 1980. The building was sold in the 90s.
I loved the children that I taught.
Yeah.
And I still am in contact with a few of them.
Yeah.
They were good years.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I hope to go back and have a little
Yes,
look.
come and have a party.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Best wishes for the next part of the restoration
Thank
too.
you. Yes, fingers
Fantastic.
crossed we can get it done before winter sets in again.
Yes. Yeah.
Back in Boorowa, Rachel's mates and rellies are keeping their pledge to help where and when they can.
We're scraping back all the layers of old paint. There's a bit of horsehair plaster on there, bits of everything. So getting that back to just the brick, and then I'll keep an exposed brick wall, which will be kind of cool.
Office mate Chris is putting his muscle where his mouth is.
Well, I guess I have a little bit to do with this problem, seeing as I was the one that showed Rach the convent on the internet. So I've made this rod for my own back, I think, by encouraging this in the first place. Maybe not the best idea in hindsight, but I'm looking forward to when it's all done and I can sit on the veranda and
Have
out
a
over
beer.
Boorowa and all share that moment together. But there's going to be a bit of hard work before that happens.
If you could bottle the enthusiasm amongst this entourage of amateurs, you could fill the convent's secret cellar to overflowing. Rachel keeps her convent circle enthused with cheery encouragement.
Let's just get that green bit and the yellow bit off. Perfect. Go Lizzie.
And when they return home, far from the action, she keeps them engaged with tantalising social media updates from the scene.
Here we go, we're gonna open the well, see if there's treasure inside. I doubt it, but we'll see. Ready? Holy smokes. It is very deep. It looks pretty clean in there. Maybe we can actually use it to water the garden. So these are the mood boards for the kitchen and dining.
And in those quieter times, alone amidst the dust,
So sticking to the sort of pinky shades and creams and the emerald greens and the softer greens, keeping in that kind of Victorian colour palette.
Rachel continues to focus her vision for this makeover much as she might at her fashion desk.
As much work as there still is to do, it's nice to have a bit of a vision so that you can hold on to that through all of the days of sanding and filling and dust and everything. It's nice just to go, one day it might look like this.
It's been eerily quiet on the Boorowa front. I reckon it's been about 12 months since I last visited, and since that time, reports have been uncustomarily sketchy. Rachel's always keen for a chat and to report on developments, but it's like the convent project has fallen into radio silence. Boorowa itself has been hit by some recent damaging floods, and I suspect that's made progress difficult, but I suspect something unusual is going on. I just hope everything's okay.
Turns out, I shouldn't have worried. Looks like love has blossomed in Boorowa.
Hey, Rachel.
Hi, Anthony. How are you?
I'm great.
I've got news.
You've got some huge news.
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You've been very busy.
You sure have.
Anthony, this is Tom.
Tom, lovely to meet you.
You too, mate.
Congratulations to you too.
Thank you.
Tom and I met doing the project, so it's nice that he's a part of it now.
Tom's a local electrician who joined the convent revamped to tackle the extensive wiring upgrade. What can I say? Sparks flew, and now Rachel's singular vision has become a family affair.
And Tom, do you find you're sort of taking over different parts of the project that Rachel's sort of offloading to you now?
No, I think she's steering the ship still.
Yep.
We're just finding people together, and it's definitely a team effort.
Yeah, it's nice to have someone to share the load with a bit with the house.
More sets of hands on deck too, that's helping a lot. So
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that a baby on the way will alter priorities and impact timetables.
So the staircase has changed quite a bit since last time you were here.
Oh, wow. Yes, absolutely. What a fantastic space.
Yeah, we've, before you felt like you were going to hit your head, and now we've really opened it up.
The work and intention around the staircase is evident, and redefining the flow upstairs has opened up spaces.
I can see that there's some not just cosmetic changes going on, there's some organisational changes.
Yes.
And for me now, it's becoming this whole moment of transition from convent to home.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the rooms are becoming homely.
Yes.
And that's a lovely thing to be thinking through, I think.
Yeah, it's the house now.
A lot of major work, like Tom's total rewiring of the convent, is out of sight. It's done and dusted, but I'm still struck by how much still needs to be done.
I'm wondering if it's a 2-year project which has now become like a 10-year project.
I think we joke about that sometimes, that we'll never
We hope
finish.
not.
But yeah, yeah.
Rachel, this is a massive change in your life right now.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So falling in love,
Yes,
building a house,
yes.
having a child.
Yep.
Is this what you imagined?
Not at all, no. I thought I'd just be down here with my friends at the pub, you know. Eventually living down here, but still working in the city, but that's sort of all changed at the moment. So 2 weeks left of work, moving down permanently.
That's another big change for you.
Yeah.
You seem to be striding through these changes very casually.
Well, yeah, it's just an adventure. It all just feels like quite fun and exciting and, you know, just rolling with it. And, you know, Tom and I have a great relationship and, you know, he's been very supportive and it's just fun doing it together and, doing the house and experiencing life down here. It's great.
As you might expect, Rachel's love life is the talk of the Convent crew, although Dad Ian took a while to cotton on.
Rachel turned up one day and she said, "Oh, the electrician is coming around, but not as an electrician." And I thought, what other trades does he have? And she gave me that funny look. And of course, then the penny dropped. And they've been going on like a house on fire ever since.
They're a good little couple.
I think it's lovely.
Mum Robin and her close friend Alison have been the backbone of the support team. Rachel's new priorities have upped their convent duties and they couldn't be happier.
Cannot wait for this baby. That news flew around fairly quickly, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
All family members, everybody.
Anybody that would listen to us.
And even if you didn't.
Got a phone call.
Rachel's been throwing all her time and energy at the convent, but now, no matter how much she wants this project done, it's inevitably going to take a back seat to the bub.
Babies take 99.99% of your attention 110% of the time. So whether they think that they're going to get things done in a short term, I think that they're optimistic if they believe that.
This all started with her wanting a project in the country, but then here we are. Here we are. I guess that's the beauty of life, isn't it? That you get a surprise along the way.
And so a schedule first framed at 10 months and that rolled on past that flies completely out of Rachel's freshly reglazed top floor windows. In fact, a full 2 years pass before Rachel feels ready to restart in earnest. And the convent crew reconvenes with its newest member, little Josie.
Yummy salad. Oh no, don't flick it off. Mummy might eat.
Yeah, Josie's a live wire. She knows what she wants and she is quite capable of winding their parent, grandparent, anyone else who's within cooey around their little finger.
She needs her hands in everything. It's part of the dilemma of having her at the house is no power tools are safe.
It's been a long hiatus of sky highs and rock bottom lows.
There is just so many things that go into the equation that have slowed it down. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer and then not 12 months later diagnosed with bowel cancer. Since then I've been diagnosed and treated. We're in remission and going along okay.
You hold that for Mum? Ta.
Cancer of any sort, the word is horrific. We were very lucky that his treatment went well. And now I have said to him, that's it now for you. Don't do anything else. You've done your bit with being ill. Let's just get on with things.
Getting on with things now means golden time with Josie while Mum and Dad get back to work.
You're just making the gap bigger.
No, I'm making it easier. All right, go for it.
A final concerted effort to turn this convent-cum-country house for one and someday possible reception centre into a more immediate and appropriate place, a comfortable family home for three.
We decided we're painting the arcs, right?
No. No,
We're not
leaving them.
painting the arcs.
Well, we're leaving them.
To leave the
We
whole
can
house
finish it
distressed.
quicker if it's like that.
All right, we'll go for the distressed look.
It will be a longer term project, but the thing is that Rachel and Tom have a good vision and they aim to make the whole convent something that the community will have in this area for years to come.
Only 20 more door frames to go.
Earlier on, I teased Rachel and Tom that their project might take them a decade. Well, here we are, 4 years on, and they've invited me down to take a look at what they've achieved so far. Emphasis on so far.
Look at this. Beautiful. It's all buttoning up.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Come in.
Fantastic picture you're painting here. This
Yes.
beautiful place.
Yep. Finally
long
put
time
them up.
coming, yeah.
Yeah, finally got it tidy and looking welcoming from down the street.
Yeah.
And we've got the lights on, and Mike from the pub said, I saw the lights, it looks alive. So it's very nice to have the support
I
of
bet
everyone.
you've got people walking past the front gate all the time,
Yes.
dying
or
to
coming
come in. They come in?
Yes, they
Yeah.
just come in and want to have a look and don't understand it's a house.
Yeah, no, right. Because
Yeah.
I know everyone's had eyes on this place.
Yeah, people ask us all the time, how's it going? You know, when are you going to be finished? And we're trying, yeah. We're probably
Slow and steady.
Probably halfway there.
Not finished?
Not quite finished, yeah.
I see. Hey, so why is that? Just too big?
Big job.
Yeah.
Big job. Yeah.
Lot of
yeah.
work.
A lot of work. a lot
Yeah,
of
right.
work.
Okay.
Yeah. But we'd love to show you what we have done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't you come in and have a look?
Let's have a look.
So, 4 years and halfway done. Looks like my predicted timeline might not be too wide of the mark. But halfway there isn't almost done. Where precisely are Rachel and Tom in this marathon makeover?
We do have a light though.
A light? Can I, does it
Yeah,
work?
absolutely.
It
Try
works,
it, yeah,
Tom?
for sure.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Well, at least the cavernous entryway is painted.
A pretty little neutral pinky
see.
tone. Yeah. And it's called Forever Romance,
Oh.
which Tom hates it when I
fitting.
bring that up. But I love that we've settled on a colour called Forever Romance.
That works for me.
Just in this pocket alone, stripping the timberwork and blitzing the rampant faux bois, that mock timber painted treatment, has been arduous.
What did it take? Months?
Months,
Weeks?
yeah.
Yeah. It
Many
just dragged on.
weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had the doors out on work tables, and I was doing the doors, and Tom was here doing the frames, and yeah, bit of a team effort.
I've got this vision of you standing in that door and you standing in this door and you're both sort of swearing at each other.
That's exactly how it went, didn't it?
Yeah.
The Waratah room has found a new purpose.
This is your new dining room.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
was where the nuns, was their office.
It was
wasn't
their office, and they taught music in here as well. So it's sort of nice to give it a different purpose.
The dining room is looking the part, and those enormous windows are a showpiece. But eliminating or modifying the faux bois here remains a project for another time.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Across the way, there's an example of how Rachel's had to rethink her original plans.
It probably started more as like a fancy sitting room for me, but now that we're a family, it kind of has to be like a little family lounge room.
Sure. Do double
Accommodate a
duty
little
now.
2-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah, accommodated 2-year-old.
Yeah.
So I can see you've got a beautiful mantelpiece in here. That's looking very fresh. Where did that come from?
That's come from upstairs. Yeah.
Okay, so you had to replace the original?
The old one was a little bit damaged, so we thought we'd bring the nice one down here.
Yeah, great. That looks fantastic, yeah.
But you don't have to walk far to see what's still to be done. And it's a mountain to climb.
So just stick to the side. It will be finished one day soon. We just haven't quite gotten to the ballasts yet.
Okay, that's a bit precarious. Want to get that
Yes.
fixed ASAP?
Yes.
There's plenty more light flooding this reorganised stairwell. The bedrooms upstairs remain very much works in progress. Still, they're big and bright, and you can sense the grandeur in waiting.
The bathroom.
Yes.
Oh, very
Our
nice.
little powder room.
Great. All finished up, lovely. Very
Yeah.
contemporary in here.
The Spartan, unwelcoming facilities the nuns endured through the active life of the convent and through the grim chill of Boorowa's cold seasons have been swept away. Even the most pious of them would have to admit to at least a little envy here.
Now, this was the corner of the whole house that had the subsidence issues, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Has that all worked?
Yeah, we haven't
Think
had
so.
any further damage.
No.
We haven't filled the cellar in yet, but we may need to do a little bit more.
Another job.
Yeah.
Another job. So it's working though.
It's working.
All those big cracks, that's all
Yeah.
taken care
Yes.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't seen anything since.
No, and there was an earthquake too. Nothing happened. We thought.
When
we
was the
could-
earthquake?
That was a few weeks ago. It was on the
Recently,
news.
yeah.
Boorowa was on the telly.
And so you survived that okay?
We survived that, and she's still standing.
Still standing.
The suite of new clear windows fill the upstairs sunroom with light and now celebrate that once hidden outlook across the river and countryside.
Oh, I like this. I like this. This is feeling...
But arguably the most spectacular view and most spectacular progress is downstairs, the kitchen.
Really bright room here. I'm loving the fact that this is sort of a commitment. You've made the commitment.
Yes.
The room is looking great. You can hang your hat on this one.
Yes, yeah, it's come together beautifully, and I never thought we'd have all this. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I sort of bought the place thinking I wouldn't put too much money into this area, though. Do it a bit rustic, and I showed Tom one day photos of sort of dream kitchens, and he said, well, we're doing that. That's what we're doing, if that's what you want.
And these lights, Tom, this is your handiwork?
They all the shades come from the bedrooms upstairs.
Right.
Yep, and we made it work in here the best we could. Yeah.
They look great.
They're so pretty.
We shouldn't be surprised that accomplished baker and committed cook Rachel has put her heart and soul and energy into the engine room of the house. It's a classy, functional centrepiece. But the gloss here only goes to highlight the absence of it still in so much of the convent.
Normally at this stage, I'm sitting here saying, congratulations on finishing a beautiful project. But that is not the case here.
Not yet.
Not yet. I mean, what I am super impressed by, though, is you seem to be leaning into this more rather than less. This behemoth of a project has not broken you.
Not
yet.
So how long are you going to keep chipping away at it?
We joke a lot. It'll be Josie's, so she'll have to finish it
Yeah,
when
we're
she's
just going to
older.
pass it on.
Or we joke, maybe we'll be done by the time she starts school, or is it high school, or,
Hopefully, maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
We sort of want to put a bit of a timeline on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We don't want to be doing it forever, but we know there's certain stages that have to get done. Bathroom and kitchen are done, so it's livable, and we've got those comfortable areas now. So we sort of look at it in stages of things we want to do.
Yeah.
And heating and some carpet and fixing the veranda upstairs.
At what point do you think it will really feel like your home? Because it still has a sort of a vibe of a convent around it.
Yeah.
Kind of want it to feel soft and homely and cosy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's starting to feel like a home already.
Yeah.
But you're living at your parents' place right now,
Yep.
aren't you?
Yeah.
So how long until you want to move in here?
We could move. The only thing is winter. Tom measured it last winter.
Yeah, I think it was 5 degrees in the house.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a punish.
It was warmer outside than it was inside.
Oh, no. You've always been working on a very limited budget, like
Yes.
I said, $200,000.
Yeah.
So how much have you spent to this point?
We're nearly at 300.
Yeah.
So
300.
with what I had, and then with what Tom's put into it, and what
Yeah.
we've just been slowly putting into it over the last few years. I think we need about 50 to put in carpet and do the floors and make the veranda upstairs safe, and then probably another 50 after that to do heating properly.
Yep.
So-
It's just turned into an expensive hobby.
Yes. We are smart about it and we aren't putting more into it than what it's worth.
Right. So I'm not hearing any regrets about buying the place
Gosh,
and committing in
no.
the first place.
I mean, yeah, if I didn't buy it, I wouldn't have Tom or Josie. So there's a lot to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Even the days where you're like sanding and scraping and shivering away because there's no heating and it's cold and everything's expensive. Yeah, it's still been such an adventure.
Definitely, yeah. I come out here for a job and it's been my most expensive one yet, so.
Yeah.
For you both, this is definitely a life less ordinary. It's a great adventure you're having here. Yeah. And it seems like you've got a long road ahead of you. In the best way and the other way as well.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yes. Yeah. A long road, but a good road.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah. Welcome. Oh, thanks, Mama. Thank you. Wow. Hello.
Oh my goodness. Look at the tiles. Oh, Rachie.
It's so Rachel.
All of you have helped in some way, whether it was tiling, painting, getting up ladders and scaffolds, just moral support, telling us we could do it. It's been wonderful. So enjoy this evening, have a wine, and then back on the tools tomorrow. Thank you.
They say life's what happens when you're busy making other plans. And sure enough, Rachel arrived here single and singularly determined to create a weekend getaway come function centre and ended up with a partner, a baby and a gargantuan family home. For Rachel, Tom and the convent, it has been a wonderful turn of events. And I reckon even the nuns would be having a wry smile.